Well, I think that came out pretty cool. Hi, I'm Dye Clements, and I would imagine you've seen shirt bleaching before. If not, I'm sure you just saw that it's quite easy to do, and there's many different ways to go about doing it. You can scrunch it up and wrap the shirt in rubber bands and kind of go the tie-dye route. I could have used the cutout from the vinyl, so that only the NDC was an orange instead of the inverse. But I do really like using vinyl for this. You get a really clean, crisp edge, but of course you don't need to use vinyl for this. You can use paper and just maybe cover the paper in packaging tape so that the bleach doesn't bleed through, and you can use some light tack spray adhesive to adhere it to the shirt. But there's any number of ways to get a template onto the shirt and any number of YouTube videos showing you how to do it. That said, one thing I haven't really seen, and one thing I really don't like about this technique, is the color. I'm not a big fan of the orange. Personally, I would much prefer it to be just kind of a gray. So that's what I want to try. I want to see if I can take some dye and dye the bleach to a more preferable color. So let's try it. I wasn't sure how well the dye would work on the orange color, so I figured I'd do another test shirt using more bleach and leaving it on for longer to see if I could get the bleached portion brighter, something closer to white that might work better with the dye. That actually worked better than I expected. I figured going from red to gray would have been a pretty tall task. Actually worked okay. I think having a black dye would have worked better. I don't have any. I did find some dark graphite, so I think I'm going to do one more dye treatment to see if I can get that a little bit darker and just get a little bit more of that red out of there. There's other tests that I did, trying to do more bleach to get it whiter. Obviously that bled a lot. I don't know if I needed to keep adding bleach. If I just left the initial spray of bleach on there longer, if it would have just gotten lighter. So I'll probably have to do more tests on that. This does have an interesting look though. There is something kind of neat to that. So I'll try dyeing this one as well. There we go. It came out okay. I'm not too happy with it. I don't like these two lines that I got. Probably should have ironed the shirt out more or walked around it and sprayed it from a few other directions, but I don't know. It's okay. I probably would have liked the inverse better. So something more like that, just clean without the bleeding. So I could maybe try that. The dyeing kind of worked. It's kind of just like a muted brown. I wish I could have gotten it more gray. I might need to try a different dye. The RIT dye, you're actually supposed to cook it on a stovetop, so I could give that a try. However, it does say may not be effective on bleach damaged clothing. So I'm not sure if there is another dye that would work on bleach damaged clothing. But it's something to continue to look into. I mean, it kind of worked, so I think there's something there. But it's certainly a very easy and simple process to do, and there's any number of ways you can go about doing it, so I'm sure I'm going to continue to experiment and play around with it, but my sincere thank you for watching. Once again, I am Nick Dye Clements. If you're wondering, Nick is short for Nicholas, and the D stands for Dye. Anyway, I'm off to make something else. Imagine you've seen shirt bleaching before. If not, I hope you saw. Wow.